Hello and welcome to Bridgewater State University, where today the United Premier Soccer League New England Championship will be decided. It's a rematch of last year's championship game, Ole FC of Connecticut, coming up Route 95 to face Brockton FC United. I'm Matt Nelson. Pleasure to be bringing you this game from Bridgewater, Massachusetts today. As mentioned, this is a rematch of last year's game. Ole FC came up here last season and got the upset to move on to the national bracket. Brockton looking to avenge that loss and move on for their trip to the national tournament, which consists of 32 teams from all across the United States of America. The starting goaltender for Brockton, Daniel Diaz. And Brockton FC United wearing their all-white kits. Ole FC wearing their navy blues with yellow trim, white numbers and lettering. Brockton running the table in the 2024 spring season. 8 wins, 0 losses, 3 draws. They scored 40 goals to earn the top seed in the New England division. They beat Bridgeport FC 4-2 last week in the semifinal, defeating International SC 2 weeks before that in the first round, a draw. Brockton with the decision in that one. Meanwhile, Ole FC, 3 wins, 6 losses, 2 draws. However, we've been warned that the team that they put on the field during the regular season is a much different squad. UPSL rules stipulate you can sign 3 players for the playoffs. Ole has done that and added some pretty stacked talent to their squad. They took down International SC in their semifinal matchup in New Hampshire last week, defeating Boston Street FC and losing to Bridgeport on June 15th. So we get underway. Ole FC is going to start things off. It'll be number 14 in the center circle. That's Victor Matos Diaz getting us underway. Quick throwing for Brockton. This is number 10. That's Leandro Alves. Ole quickly taking it. Alves fighting for it and committing a push. Ole will get the free kick about 15 yards inside midfield. They'll go short here, east and west, across to the far side midfielder. Long shot in on Diaz, and he makes an easy first stop. Start the clock. Brockton's defense slowly working it up the field. Steven Texera, the back left. Paulo Gonçalves, the center back, working in tandem with Texera. Shakur Simon, number 4, he is the front right midfielder for Ole on the near sideline this half. Now it's Ole going for a run into the far side corner. De facto corner kick is defended away by Brockton, and they'll try to move the other way. Alves getting tangled up again. And it'll be a free kick for Ole. We have an injured Brockton player as well. That was away from the ball. Lengthy delay before the Ole free kick. It'll come from dead out in front of the net. No angle. About 30 yards out from the cage. 4 Ole players surrounding the ball. Brockton wall of 4 stands 10 yards away. The kick in on Diaz, and he makes the diving glove stop. It'll be a corner kick for Ole. Impressive first real save for Daniel Diaz. It will be João Miranda taking the corner kick for Ole. Short on the corner into number 20, who pops it up. That's Arias Byron. And offside's called against Ole. Brockton will take over and escape the first real threat of today's match. Put back in play by Texera. And now the Brockton movement up the field, that European style, short passing. That one finding its way out of play over the sideline on the far side. Ole's throw-in is pumped out of bounds. They'll do it again from 15 yards up. Ole with a nice turn on the far side. The cross back to the middle, popped up for number 11, Ori Diane, who couldn't launch a clean shot off, now chipped forward. Kept into Diane, who committed a trip. Leandro Alves drawing that foul. Across the 5-minute mark here in half number 1. Able to keep it in nicely. Tiptoeing the sideline was Maldini Gonçalves. And now back to Texera. Paulo Gonçalves holding. Pass through the middle. Nicely feeding it to Adverse Lopes. Very deliberate attack for Brockton. assuring possession as they try to cross midfield. Now a long bomb is incomplete. Another Ole throw-in. Texera putting it out. Another throw-in. Shakur Simon right at midfield. João Miranda fighting for it, and he gets taken out. Brockton will have the throw-in. Excellent work there by Leandro Alves. His throw-in into some traffic. Brockton able to possess. They'll go across right in front of the Ole bench. Lopes, the midfielder, goes back to the defense. Now Texera. Brockton without a shot opportunity yet. Mostly by virtue of being very methodical how they work the ball through the midfield. Not wanting to take any chances sending it over the top. Center back pumps it forward. On sides. All the way up to Maldini Gonçalves, who put it on net. And it was blocked away. First Brockton corner kick of the afternoon. Placed low in the front of the box and immediately cleared out by Ole. Not out of the woods yet. It's tapped down by Adverse Lopes. Back to the goaltender Diaz. Ole pressuring. Just about 9 minutes into the first half. Still scoreless in the UPSL New England Championship. Gonçalves putting it dangerously into Ole's goalie box again. Brockton now closing in the offensive third. Cross headed out by Ole. Tapped down by Benjamin Harris. Harris interrupting the passing lane again. Harris losing it in traffic. And a foul called. It'll go against Brockton. Now Ole on the quick restart. Harris's shot bouncing in to Diaz, who makes the scoop again. Diaz's outlet intercepted by Ole. They'll have a throw in deep. Good work by Arias Byron. Ole possessing along the sideline. They lost it. They'll have a throw-in. Deep down about 10 yards out from the corner. Finding it in some space. A slow bouncer in on Diaz. No harm, no foul. And he will look to pump it across midfield. Long run up the far sideline. Saving the corner kick, but a deep throw-in from just about the corner. Coming for Brockton. Short Brockton throw-in. Working it through some traffic nicely. Setting up an opportunity right on in front. The chip in and a score! First goal of the afternoon. It will be Brockton's number 9, Manny Tavares Silva. Apologies, that was an Ole goal. Ole wearing their white jerseys. Brockton FC in the blue kits. Danny Diaz just unable to get to that one. Ole's goalie, Abraham Jimenez Espinal, on the other hand, wearing yellow to our right. A couple of really good saves on UPSL's top scoring offense. Ole very methodical, bringing it up. Now tapped down by Maldini Gonçalves. Ole, another opportunity. The shot blocked away. Getting in the way of it. That time, Paulo Gonçalves. Ole's throwing. Batted down. Now chipped in. Interrupted by Brockton. Getting flipped around was Manny Tavares Silva. Benjamin Harris, the goal scorer for Ole. Ole popping it up. Shakur Simon. Now Brockton trying the long pass over the top. First one to it was Gonçalves. Now Maldini tried to cross it. It winds up out of play. It'll be a corner kick for Brockton. Abraham Jimenez Espinal will be tested again. And it'll be Leandro Alves taking the corner for Brockton. Alves nicely placed into the box, headed out by a couple of Ole players. And now they quickly clear midfields. Alessandro Cardozo first there for Brockton's defense. And he shields it back to Diaz. Brockton a nice turn, but the ball a few steps ahead. Now a slide tackle near the sideline. It will remain a Brockton ball. Injury on the far side. It looks like a cramp on the ankle of Wilito Fernandez. Now the throw-in taken by Brockton. Steven Texera launches high over the crossbar, out of play. Jimenez Espinal's ensuing goal kick. Away again, going short. Long ball up for Miranda in the corner. Down goes the flag. It's out of play. Brockton will have the throw in deep in their own zone. Rather, Ole throw-in. Direct angle on the goal line. Brockton the first to find a head to the ball. Ole staunch midfield defense, not allowing Brockton to advance to the offensive third. Chipped up, deflected off of a Brockton midfield. Foul called on Ole, Brockton's free kick. Alves goes short over to Manuel Andrade. Gonçalves. Teixeira up the sideline. Teixeira, nice move, creating his own space. Chipped up on the give and go. Now look for the cross. Ole deflecting out but missing the head. And a Brockton foul. Ole sending it to the middle, and another foul. This time the push called on Manuel Andrade. Ole free kick. Comes from about 30 yards out from net. Little angle. Brockton will set up the wall. Ref walking out the 10 yards. Free kick will be taken by Matthias Tonin. A Brockton wall of 3. A diving attempt and a direct goal for Matthias Tonin, and Ole leads 2-0. It's another look at the direct free kick from Matthias Tonin. Getting past the outstretched diving arms of Diaz. And Ole leading 2-0. Brockton going for a nice run. They're open in space. The cross behind the player, and now the follow-up shot saved by Jimenez Espinal. Brockton finding a rush where they had a 4-on-2, almost completely behind the Ole defense, and the pass was just a little bit offline, enough to allow Ole's defense to reset and force not the best shot option on Jimenez Espinal. Ole working from the back line. Shakur Simon long across in front of his own bench. Brockton will take over at midfield. Ole taking it over, earning the throw-in. Ori Diane to put it back in. Good pressure from Maldini Gonçalves, however, unable to separate the ball. Chipped up, and Diaz will handle it and then throw it back in along his back line to Teixeira. Steven Teixeira turning on the Jets, creating himself some space. Losing the handles at midfield, intercepted there by Mohammed Kane. The Brockton free kick. Now trying to feed it through. Good ball. Into the box. The cross turns into a deflected shot, and it'll be a corner kick. Alves over on the far side again. Headed out by Ole. Texera the closest to it. Renelson Mendez trying to turn an angle, unable to do so. Ole takes it over again. Harris, the goal scorer. Now it's Matthias Tonin, who has the second Ole goal. Ole playing 2 goals up. Nice strategy, add 1 or 2 more before halftime and put this thing away at the break. Brockton looking to come back to avoid being upset by the same team 2 years in a row here in the New England Championship game. Now the shot off the outside of the foot goes wide. In a moment of confusion on the field, the ref makes the call for the goal kick. Espinal going short again on the kick. Now sends it across midfield, headed there by Texera for Brockton. Ole recovering with Mohammed Kane. Through ball attempt didn't get through. Now a nice turn for Brockton as they look to break out. Simon sends it back to Andrade. Now Brockton with a full court press. Unable to turn on it, but they find Texera's head intercepting a pass. And now Brockton looking for a breakout. Texera turns on the Jets. Can he win the race? Stopped by Jimenez. And Ole will settle. Espinal might have been a touch out of the goalie box when he dove for that one. About 15 minutes remaining here in the first half. That's offsides. Indeed, that is the call. Guilty party, Jonatas Paulino da Silva. Brockton center back retrieving the ball. Blocked away the outlet missile from Paulo Gonçalves. Has to go back and get it. That hold called against Brockton. So it'll tie up, trying to settle the pass, and the goaltender Espinal bringing the ball out. About 13 minutes remain here in the first half. It's 2-0 Ole FC. And another offsides is called back at the 30-yard line of the football markings here at Bridgewater State. Lamar Chansey having a discussion with the ref on behalf of Ole. Now Brockton's free kick up to Texera on the near wing. Texera looking to turn the corner. The cross stomped by Jimenez, but offsides was called against Brockton. Another Espinal goal kick. Headed further by an Ole forward. And now shielded back to Diaz. Gonçalves up to midfield. Incomplete. Ole will take over again. Shakur Simon tosses it in. Nice turn from Mohamed Kane. Now Ole will settle with the back line. Diaz waiting for it. Inside the goalie box, he gets it, places it, and softly over to Gonçalves. Back to Diaz. Gonçalves now Texera, the give and go. Intercepted by Ole. Gonçalves recovers. Kane getting tied up. Now Texera sends a missile over the top, looking for number 9 on the backside, Manny Tavares Silva. Flag and the whistle. Call going against Brockton. The discussion is with Willito Fernandez of Brockton FC United. Now confusion over the spot of the ball. Back underway, Ole has it. Low liner in front of the Brockton bench. So Ole starts another offensive attack. Free kick right in front of the Brockton bench. Only trying to go direct into the box, and a push-off called on the Ole forwards. Quick restart for Brockton. João Miranda turning and getting it to one of his teammates near the sideline. It goes out of play, and another Ole throw-in. Just under 7.5 to play here in the first half. Ole still leading 2-0 here in the New England UPSL Premier Division Championship game. Diaz able to grab that one. Diaz settles, passes along the defense. Gets it back and immediately clears to midfield. Spinning around mid-air. Was Renilson Mendez drawing the foul. Just under 6 to play in the half. Brockton still looking for their first tally. And another trip as going down. Pretty hard was number 9 for Brockton. That's Manny Tavares Silva. Ole arguing against a Brockton free kick here. So here's the Brockton free kick. Decent angle for a direct shot. Chipped over and immediately headed out by Ole. Trying to feed it through to Texera. Was Leandro Alves, couldn't do it. And now Ole working back the other way. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Another trip goes against Ole. Leandro Alves drawing that one. Pumped out of play. Another Brockton throwing deep in their own end of the field. Now with under 3 to play in the half. Brockton a nice through ball, an opportunity, and taken away by Ole's number 5, Lamar Chansey. Short time here in the first half, as Brockton looks to break the momentum of Ole's 2 early goals. Espinal's free kick across midfield. Ole, more staunch defense. Now Brockton will have to start again on their side of midfield. Official time kept on the field. A Brockton free kick in front of the protesting Ole bench. Another Ole head finds the ball, and now a foot race. Andrade tosses it back in. Espinal will have another goal kick. Not much time left in the first half. Ole up 2-0 over Brockton FC in the New England Championship game of the UPSL Premier Division. The foul is going to be called against Brockton. That will stop the last second rush they were trying to put together. Losing a boot in the process was Shakur Simon. He's now taking his time to put it back on. Kick headed through everybody by Ole, right on Diaz, who scoops it up. And now Brockton will try to put together a last-second rush. The pass intercepted by Ole, and that will do it for the first half. Ole coming out firing. They lead it 2-0 at the break in the UPSL Premier New England Division Championship. We're going to step aside, take the break, and bring you second half action right after this. Second half about to get underway. Brockton FC looking to mount a comeback against Ole FC of Connecticut. Ole leading 2-0 to start the second half. I'm Matt Nelson bringing you through the UPSL Premier Division New England Championship, a rematch of last year's title game. Ole coming up north and getting the upset win in that one. Two goal scorers, Matthias Tonin and Benjamin Harris for Ole. Ole FC wearing all white kits, black numbers. Brockton FC in their blue jerseys and shorts, white numbers and lettering. A free kick to come from João Miranda. Miranda's kick deflected away. It is still Daniel Diaz in net for Brockton FC. His counterpart on the other side, Abraham Jimenez Espinal. Espinal tested early and often, has so far come up strong, picking this one up and rolling it back into play. Brockton throwing on the near sideline. And they're going to back the throwing up as Alessandro Cardozo got a little bit too close to midfield. Working the far sideline now is Paulo Gonçalves, paired with Abdul Barry on the back end. Brockton unable to break through in the first half on a handful of really quality scoring chances. Now placed to the back of the box, just out of reach of Wilito Fernandez. Goal kick for Espinal. Good defense by Cardozo. Gonçalves over to the far side. Now Brockton lining up their attack. A back heel self-pass attempt winds up out of play. And another goal kick for Ole. Working the far sideline. push off called at midfield. That called on Texera. Free kick for Ole, miskicked, and now Brockton looking to turn upfield with it. Danilo Gonçalves playing with his right arm in a cast. Nice turn on the ball. Now the through ball, setting up the shot. A nice save by Espinal. The rebound loose. Still bouncing around. And offsides was called before the fray started. Down in the box went Leandro Alves, a little bit slow to get up. And it turns into a free kick for Ole. Brockton with another possession. The ref outruling Brockton having the advantage. Awards the free kick about 15 yards inside midfield. Winner of this game moves on to the national tournament to face the Northeast Division champion. Two-man Ole wall. Alves. Direct diving stop made by Espinal. Cross into the 52nd minute now. A lot of publicity around this game as Brockton tries to line up another opportunity. Espinal makes the grab. Cape Verdean Minister of Youth and Sports Carlos Montero, a special pregame ceremony as Cape Verdean Independence Day celebrated within a day or two of Independence Day here in the United States. Both national anthems performed before the game. Brockton FC getting a bye in the first round. Finished undefeated, 8-0-3. Defeating Bridgeport FC in the semifinal last Sunday. Staunch Ole defense, negating any Brockton attempt to break through. And now a trip called at midfield and a yellow card given. Is that yellow on Texera? It was on 6. The yellow card called on Manny Andrade. The Ole player down is João Miranda. Free kick right at the 50. Another foul called against Brockton. Ole will have a free kick right in front of their own bench. Ole, a nice step. The shot saved by Diaz. The rebound loose. And Brockton comes away with it, immediately clears. Best opportunity of the second frame for either side. Decent crowd here in Bridgewater for the UPSL New England Championship game. Andrade back in, and now a nice ball over the top. But Ole outpowering and sending it back to Espinal for the clear. Just out of reach of Danilo. Push called, drawn by Donatas Inacio. Chip shot off the shoulder and offsides. Again called on Ole. Around 33 minutes left to play here in the second half. Brockton needs one, and they need one quickly to avoid being upset for the second straight year. Ole thrown to be taken by Ori Diane. Opportunity for Ole. It's deflected in on Diaz, and he picks it up. Daniel Diaz across midfield, looking to spring Alves. Didn't quite connect. Danilo can't get around the Ole midfielder. Now Ole FC on sides with some space. The shot goes high and a little bit wide. Turns into a goal kick for Diaz. Quick restart. Exterior passing for Ole as they work the ball around, looking for some space. Now entering the box, saved by Diaz. The rebound loose, and it'll be punched back to midfield. Lights on here in Bridgewater as we get deeper into the evening. About 31 minutes to go here in the second half. For the right to go on to the national tournament. Free kick for Ole, 35 or so yards out from net with an angle. Diaz lining up the wall. The kick, intended to be direct, goes well high and wide. So we cross into the 60th minute. Danilo working his way back towards midfield. Nice ball with some spin on it. Looking to get it back, headed out by Ole. Good read there by Arthur Andrade. And Brockton will have to restart from their back line. Danilo, nice one touch, gets it back from Alessandro Cardozo. Being held as he works his way through was Andrade. Now the foul called on Ole. Another quick restart for Brockton. They starting to move with a little more urgency. Over the top, and Aspinall came out to make a good stop on what was ruled offsides. Free kick still bouncing around, and one of the Brockton players had his legs taken out from under him. That was Abdul Barry drawing the whistle. Now Danilo up the near sideline. Lay back to the middle, dominating time of possession. Ref letting a lot more contact go. Last few minutes, now Brockton looking to start their rush. Danilo with some space. His cross intercepted. And Ole will move back the other way. Brockton sub coming in. Looks to be Wolf Victor, number 5 for Brockton FC. Offsides again called on Ole. Their forwards have been very aggressive. Another race, that one won by Ole, and it turns into a corner kick as Espinal misplayed it and sent it out over his end line. Good opportunity for Brockton here. Corner kick. Right into the clutch of Espinal. Nice attempt by Manny Silva. Danilo whistled for the push. A little bit chippy down on the field as we have 24 minutes left to play. The through ball, an opportunity, and offsides is going to be called. And again, the Brockton forwards can't believe it. Best Brockton FC chance of this second half, waved off for the offsides. Another chance, a shot, and it goes wide left. And Espinal beat, but couldn't wrap it inside the posts. Brockton thrown as the goal kick goes out of play. 22 minutes now to go. Diaz pounds it across midfield. Nice setup. Juan Pablo Correa couldn't turn. Wearing number 47 for Brockton FC. Now back to the goaltender Diaz. Marchanci across the center line. Another call against Ole. Ole thrown on the near side, tightly contested. Shielded into the arms of Diaz. Off to Steven Texera. Looking for Danilo on the near side corner, and it's out of play. Brockton player down is Juan Pablo Correa. Able to get up and walk off under his own power. Jair DePina, wearing number 93, is the substitute. Now sub 20 minutes to play here for the New England Championship. DePina overpowered. Push called against Ole. Brockton now works back the other way. Getting the end of that kick to the shin was one of Ole's forwards. That is number 10, João Miranda. Helped up by the referee. Miranda walking off. Ori Diane back to the middle. Pedro Lacerda up the sideline, back to Diane. Diane got wrapped up. Now DePina. Manuel Castellon, the middle for Brockton FC. DePina tried to cut back towards the middle, has to race back to retrieve. 74th minute. Free kick will come from the far side. Another foul called against Brockton. 16 minutes to play here in the second half. The top seed Brockton FC United still chasing 2 goals. Pablo Henrique to take the free kick. Placed at the top of the box. But a bad angle for a header. Now Brockton, a chance for the outlet. DePina was 2 steps behind it. Now back to the goalkeeper. Espinal for his kick across the midfield line. 15 minutes to play. Ole's center back again. Cross finds its way through. Shot goes wide, right out of play. Goal kick for Diaz. Brockton looking to break through Ole's staunch midfield. The push-off called on Ole, and Ori Diane can't believe it. First it Lopes, looking to turn the corner, can't avoid the tackle. Ole slowly but surely, 3-on-3 up the field. And winning the race and then getting taken down was Paulo Gonçalves. Danilo couldn't control. Now 12 minutes to play here in the second half. Diane missed touch. Get a Brockton ball. They tried to go over the top. Nobody was home. In on the goaltender, Espinal. Nice takeaway by Jared DePina. And he had it stolen away. Winds up back with Gonçalves. His long ball over the top doesn't connect. Abdul Barry to throw it in. Diane controlling. Looking to set up another Ole rush. Comfy spot for Ole, up 2 goals with about 10 minutes left to play. Diane's cross broken up, negating what would have been a one-on-one opportunity for Ole. Ole winning another race, but turning on it. Now Danilo able to settle it down. Back to Gonçalves. Pounds it to the near side for a header by Jair DePina. And DePina is going to get a yellow card for the dangerous play. Another look at what drew the card. It's the jump and the high kick, a little collision. Not up high, but it did get the ankle of Arthur Andrade. Rather, that is number 2 for Ole, Pedro Lacerda. After all that, Lacerda will stay on the pitch, and now under 7.5 minutes to play. Ole controlling with Ignacio. Now Diane. Diane, nice through ball up to Pablo Henrique. Henrique has to turn back the other way. Nice back heel, but mistiming. The run was Alves in on Espinal again. He has remained perfect. Daniel Diaz able to avoid the oncoming pressure. Danilo able to settle. The Shot headed up and out. It'll be a corner kick for Brockton. Good effort by Adversa Lopes. Alves places the corner, punched out by Espinal, and they'll do it again from the far side. Now Manny Tavares Silva over to attempt it. Ref stepping into the high traffic zone in the 5 feet in front of the cage. Lines everybody up, and Brockton is on the board. It took 86 minutes, but Brockton able to get on the board and get one back against Ole FC. Comes on the corner, here's another look. The lead halved. Brockton now needing another. That was Manuel Alejandro Pereira Castellon with the Brockton FC tally. Now under 3 minutes to play. Castellon, direct shot into the outstretched hands of Espinal. High rainbow free kick for Espinal. Now it's Castellon. Crunch time for Brockton FC. 2 minutes to play. Danilo tries the self-pass. There's an Ole player down. Holding his shoulder is Ori Diane. Diane still down on the near sideline. Offside's called against Ole again. And now they will attend to Diane. Diane's been down in that same spot for a couple of minutes now, holding his right shoulder. The free kick will come from the goaltender, Daniel Diaz, from 25 yards out from his own net. Diaz finally allowed to put it back into play. The clock. Official time kept on the field. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the second half. And now a push call to the foul against Brockton FC. Another Ole player going down. This time it's number 8, Matthias Tonin, who scored the second Ole goal, which at this moment in time would stand as your game winner. Long ball on sides. The waning seconds of the second half. Ole looking for insurance. The cross settled and then taken down, no call. That was Inacio taken down in the box, still limping. Brockton works back the other way in haste. Ball through, almost crossed up Espinal by his own player. And he dives back reverse the opposite way to dive on top of it and prevent a game-tying own goal. Back to Daniel Diaz. A shot saved by Espinal, but it will lead to a corner kick. And it will come from the same corner that Brockton FC just scored on. Many over to take it. Castellone with the last one. He looks to be a target here, standing at the top of the box. Being held up. Low. And it will be another corner kick. Many again. Low to the front of the box. Loose. Can Brockton get a shot off? No. Now Danilo recovers. Headed down. And then cleared out. A foul. Rather a throw in for Brockton. Texera. Up the far sideline. Ole is going to take it back across midfield here. Not much time remaining. Brockton starting their attack into the arms of Espinal. He is going to hold it for as long as will be allowed here. Now pumping it back across midfield. Headed down Gonçalves, now Texera. Time for one more rush. Taken down, and it'll be a Brockton opportunity deep in the Ole third of the field. Many will take the free kick. Rather, they'll switch to Danilo. The goalkeeper Diaz is all the way up playing some offense. An empty net situation for Brockton FC as they send the house. And that will do it. Ole, for the second straight year, comes into the home of Brockton FC and wins the New England Division Championship of the United Premier Soccer League. And they will be moving on to the national bracket to face the winner of the Northeast Division. A final score today from Bridgewater State University: Ole FC Connecticut 2, Brockton FC United 1. That will wrap up our live stream coverage today. I want to thank our two camera people for bringing you the sights and sounds from Bridgewater State University. Chris McNeil, Mike the Postman Simmons. On behalf of everyone here, I am Mad Dog Matt Nelson, and we will see you next game.